morning guys, we are finally at video 120. We've only got 30 odd Pokemon left to go, and today we are doing a solo run with just Doduo, the twin-headed bird Pokemon, pre-evolution of the Doduo Pokemon line, whatever you want to call it. I'm quite tired this morning, as you can tell. So Doduo, it is a flying normal type Pokemon, or normal flying, whichever way you want to put it round. Our rival for today is going to be Jake the Hawk. Thank you for subscribing. Thought this would be more appropriate for you, because considering hawks are birds and this is a bird Pokemon. But either way, we're going to base that total of 310, which is quite unbalancedly, like, it's not very balanced really. Like, we've only got 35 base HP and special, 45 base defense, but compensation for that is we have very good attack in base 85 and base 75 speed, which means we probably will get quite a few critical hits. We probably will hit hard, very hard. And possibly this might be a lot easier than I think it is. But there's one big problem to start off with. We don't get any other types of moves, or any other moves in general, until level 20. And considering Brock is the very first gym leader, just using Peck alone is not going to be very good. But considering we have very good attack, and it's a stab move with Peck being flying type, we actually might do alright here. It's probably around about the 50 base power really. But you know what? We'll soon find out. We might have to beat all the trainers and go up to level maybe about 14, 15 before it might become even possible. But we'll soon find out. As is quite normal with bird Pokemon in this generation, they don't really have very wide movesets. The best moves that we really get, we're going to get Drill Peck, which in my opinion is the best flying type move in the game. Sky Attack is a 2-turn move, Fly is a 2-turn move. So yeah, personally I think Drill Peck is the best flying type move in Gen 1. But we also get a bit of variation with the likes of getting Reflect. We can also get Agility, which we will not be using Agility. We'll actually probably won't even use Reflect as well, because they will induce the Badge Boost glitch. So we're going to go pure physical attack in here. We might as well. There's potential that we might need Rest, we might need Substitute, but other than that, even Mimic might be a shout at some point as well. We also do get Tri Attack on level up as well, which is pretty cool because I do quite like Tri Attack. But majority of the time we're going to be focusing on our flying type moves and our normal type moves. Once we beat the rival to the west of Viridian, we've got enough experience that I feel comfortable challenging even the gym trainer here. We're level 11 going into this, and Peck is doing about half damage each time, but it's going to be about a 5-turn hit to kill that Sandshrew. We don't take it out this time, but we do go against him again. We're going... In some circumstances, going against this trainer is a lot quicker than going and leveling up in the wild. You get 60 experience from the Metapods, whereas you get 190 from the Diglett there. So yeah, let's see how we do against Brock. Brock the Rock Strike trainer here, and we're going in with Pecks. Most annoying thing, of course, is that the Geodude uses Defense Curl, and we don't have the greatest HP to work with, so we need to get some critical hits in, otherwise we're not going to have enough HP to deal with that Onix. We got a critical hit there, but we're down on 6 HP, and he goes for Bide. Now that is a big problem because we only have one move to work with, so we have to use Peck, and even if we didn't have Peck, we'd have to use Struggle. So either way, Bide is going to be a problem for us here. We go up to level 18, and we do a lot better here. We have lost a lot of time though by getting up to this level, but just Peck on its own at level 18 and the decent attack stat that we do have, yeah, we managed to do alright here. We just managed to tank one bite. Well, we didn't even see the bite because it turned into a 3-turn bite, giving us enough time to take down that Onix. That was tough, but getting all those levels up early game means the next gym leader will be far easier. So we're going to progress on to Mount Moon. There are no TMs that we can learn here, so we're going to have to go straight through to Cerulean City. By this point we have got level 20 and we have learned Growl, which is kind of pointless to us now. We kind of just want to hit and get through these fights as quick as possible. We don't want to try and set anything up. So once we beat the Super Nerd, we pick up Lord Helix, we progress on to Cerulean City and the next fights. Now, Misty is not going to be all too much of a problem. Water types and Psychic types don't resist flying, so at least we can hit with our neutral attacks. But I'm going to go straight to Nugget Bridge first and get some levels up here, because we don't have the greatest special, and that means Bubble Beam will probably one-shot us. Now, you might be thinking, are there any other moves we can learn at this point which can actually help us out? Well, for one, Brock's TM actually might help us out with Misty's fight. I've found over the 120 runs that I've done on this channel for Gen 1 that bide against Misty is actually a decent strategy, so we'll soon find out. We're after the Cascade badge here, and first up of course is the Staryu. We're level 22 going into this, and annoyingly she does set up an X defend. Bubble Beam hits us and it nearly destroys us there, but Peck is doing decent damage here, but it's just not enough to take out that Starmie without... just not enough to take it out. We go up to level 24 where we do learn Fury Attack, and we have got Bide on our moveset as well. From here we're just going to go straight for Bide. If we can get hit by one Bubble Beam and then a Tackle, there you go. That's how you can beat Misty with Bide and a Doduo. We pick up TM11, which of course we're going to get rid of and sell for more money because we can't learn it, so what's the point of keeping it in our bag where we only have limited space. From there we go and get the SS ticket, and it still creeps me out that he's combined himself with Pokemon. Like, it's splicing. It's creepy. It's like science fiction stuff. Anyway, we get the SS ticket and we progress down to Vermilion City. And it's still going to be a while before we can get another TM move. Apart from... oh no, we can actually learn Body Slam. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. My favourite Gen 1 move. Here we go. Let's go beat that Nidoran up and we'll go get Body Slam and progress on to the next gym leader. But before the next gym leader, of course, we always have the rival on the SSN, where it's the last time we will ever see his Ratcate. But with Body Slam on our moveset now, we sweep through his team incredibly quickly. Thanks to our 75 base speed, we outspeed everything, we get critical hits, we do one-shots, and at level 29, this is very easy for us. So, once we've got TM for, well, HM for cut, we can progress on to the next gym leader. Now, we do have a type disadvantage here, but even with that, our good speed and our good attack, we might be able to do this. So, let's see how we do against Surge. And again, we have to deal with this awful gym puzzle. As long as we can outspeed here and hit with Body Slam, we should be okay because it should one-shot most of his defensively weak Pokemon. We take down all three of his Pokemon with a single Body Slam each. And yeah, this is kind of overkill on Surge. I'm not demoting him here. Once we've got out of his gym, we can cut down this tree. Come on, cut. Okay, then you go into this house, you can use Dig, and then you can get straight back to Cerulean City very, very quickly, saving you some time. That means we can now progress on to Rock Tunnel, and with Rock Tunnel comes another problem, and that will come in the form of the Exploding Hiker. We have got absolutely no moves that can deal super effective damage onto him or neutral damage. So we're going to need to get up to level 30 where we can learn Drill Peck, where we've got more firepower to work with. Drill Peck is just a fantastic move, and we will get rid of Growl in order to learn that. Peck is more than enough to take down grass types at this point in the game. Level 30, we are quite high level really going into Rock Tunnel. Let's see how we do against the Exploding Hiker. So we are going to have to go for either Body Slam or Drill Peck. Body Slam has the chance to get Paralysis, which is going to help us. But the main thing we're really not hoping for is the fact of Rock Throws or Self-Destructs. Takes you quite a few tries, but yeah, you can beat the Exploding Hiker at this level with just Body Slam. Next up is Pidgeotto against, well, in the rival fight in Lavender Tower. And we start sweeping through his team once again. Because we can outspeed, we can always do big damage before they even get an attack in. And we take down his entire team without taking a single point of damage. This is probably one of the better... To be fair, this is probably the best bird-type Pokemon in Gen 1, really. Apart from the legendary birds. And then we head on to Celadon City, pick up the HM for Fly, which will be a good asset to us, considering we do get stab damage on it. Erica is the next gym leader we're going to go against, and of course, with Drill Peck, with Fly, this is going to be very easy for us. It's a one-shot on the Victory Bell, which means it's going to be a one-shot on the Tangler. And also, can that be a one-shot on the Vileplume? It is with a critical. Very easy fight, and we progress on. We're going to sell that Mega Drain TM as well, because we need the money for... well, potions and stuff. I try and get as many potions as I can going through this, because I don't like to constantly go back to Pokemon Centers like I'm doing there. That brings us to the Rocket Corner, and of course Giovanni fight, which is going to be kind of difficult for us. We still have Bide on our moveset, but I'm going to go for the Drill Peck to see if we can take him out pretty quickly. But both his Rock-type Pokemon, they do pretty good damage on us, especially Horn Attack as well and Rock Throw. But we get through the first two Pokemon and we don't learn Rage, which... why am I going to learn Rage in Gen 1? It's a terrible move. Gen 2 actually has some utility, but in Gen 1, god-awful move. We'll beat Giovanni first time, progress back over to Lavender Tower. because we need to flush out the rockets there before opening up the game. Now, considering we are quite a high level at this point, it might be worth us going straight to Saffron after Lavender Tower, but yeah. We are a first stage evolution Pokemon, and that also doesn't give us the best chances of getting through Silph Core first time. But at level 37, we are quite high leveled, and we do have a lot of power and speed behind us. Pretty much this is like a glass cannon bird, really. I mean, look at it, it's got a very thin neck, very thin legs. It's got a very poofy body and poofy head. But yeah, we'll progress on to Silph Core and we'll see how we do there. I don't know about you guys, but when it came to Doduo, especially like in the anime, I always imagined as a kid that these two, like one of them was always an intelligent head and the other was a dumb head. So the dumb head would have more control over the likes of over movement, making the smart head always get angry at it and dragging it into trouble. I don't know. I was a kid being a kid, and my imagination always went a bit. That brings us to the rival in Silph Core, and from here, you know what, the flying type, actually really good against the rival's team. A lot of the Pokemon we can do big damage on, we can do super effective hits on the Executor, and big, massive hits against the Alakazam if you can outspeed. Thankfully, the Blastoise only went for Bubble there, and we managed to hang on with 9 HP at level 41. So that's the first time win against him, and we pick up our Lapras, bringing us on to Giovanni in Silph Core. Now this isn't a very hard fight whatsoever. Drillpeck is doing big damage against his Pokemon. Kangaskhan, as long as he doesn't get a Comet, he does get a Comet Punch up. Okay, our bad defense is starting to show here because Rhyhorn is going to do at least about 20 damage with... Oh god, we actually lost. Okay, Doduo sucks here. This time we go for a little bit different strategies. We're at level 41 now, going in level 42. And we're going to use Body Slam to get the paralysis. That way we can actually try and conserve a move. Well, we're at 32 HP going into Nidoqueen. We go for Body Slams, he goes for Tail Whip, which isn't great, but then he goes for Guard Spec of all things, because this is Gen 1 Giovanni. And that means we can get enough moves in to get the win. While we're here, we're going to go against Sabrina, just because the Pokemon are quite defensively weak. So we can use our physical attacks and deal big damage out. And we outspeed most of them as well. Sabrina, of course, starts off with a Kadabra. Not really too much of a problem for us, but it does outspeed, which is kind of worrying. Mr. Mime does not outspeed us, but it does set up Barrier. And next into Venomoth. Drillpeck is super effective against the Bug Poison type, not a Psychic type. Why does she have a Venomoth? And then Alakazam just decides to go for Psywaves again. The first one you might have noticed that didn't actually do any damage. I didn't realise that Psywave couldn't do any damage in some hits as well. And that doesn't make me feel confident about ever doing a Psywave only run, which, as I said in the last video, I'm probably going to leave till the end of the year. Pretty much just because I want to get all of the solo runs done in the first 2 generations, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do that if I do other runs in the meantime. I'm going to start doing the Monotype runs in the background as well for the end of the year. That's Gen 2 Monotype runs, so you'll soon see how they go. Progressing on to Fuchsia City, we have the next gym badge, which is, of course, Koga's Soul Badge. Again, Soul Badge and the Marsh Badge should have been reversed because it makes more sense that he should have the Marsh Badge, and Soul would be better with the Psychic type. So, yeah, that's been a bit of a discussion point on some of my videos recently. But yeah, I think it was an oversight in Gen 1 where they left that in without realising. But of course, they had to roll with it afterwards. We can progress on to Koga, and this should be a decently easy fight for us. We do have Fly on our moveset, which means we can we can get rid of the self-destruct potential on the Weezing, which I always love to see. I love to see him just fly up or dig under and then him explode into nothing. It just tickles me sometimes. We do get smokescreened a bit on the very first Pokemon, and then 2 Sludges take us down on the Muck. This is where bad defense does not help you out, because Poison is... Sludge is actually a very powerful move in this generation. It's the best Poison type move in the generation apart from Toxic, because pretty much you've only got really the likes of Smog to work with, and Smog is a terrible move. This brings us to the Weezing. We fly up and it doesn't go for self-destruct. He keeps using his X attacks, and then uses self-destruct once we've flown down. We're nearly there. We just gotta get a bit lucky with it. So let's try this again. third attempt against Koga. I don't know why, but recently, Koga seems to be one of the more difficult ones I've been going against. I don't know why. It just seems to be working out that way. It seems, on a lot of my videos, I go for times where some certain trainers are definitely a lot more tough than other on subsequent videos. But a lot of the time, most of the same gym leaders are the tougher ones. This time we get the fly self-destruct, which means we can actually legitimately win this instead of taking the win when he actually self-destructs and kills us. Because if we faint, then Solo Run doesn't work. So, yeah. I decided to show this bit in the Safari Zone because a lot of the Pokemon you're going to see here are actually got very, very rare encounter rates. We see our Doduo as well, but we saw a Pinsir there which has a low encounter rate, and then pretty quickly afterwards we're going to see another really rare encounter rate Pokemon here, and this is my first run through the Safari Zone. I was just see, there's a Chansey. Like, I don't know what it was about this run, but I saw a lot of rare Pokemon just while running through trying to get to HMO3 Surf. But yeah, that just tickled me that I saw so many rare Pokemon as I'm going through. I am playing on Pokemon Blue, so you would see Pinsir instead of Cypher, as that is the version exclusive bug type. In the Burnt Mansion, of course, there's not really any TMs that we can pick up here, but we are going to go and get the Carbos, and then pick up the rare candies that are in here, because considering we're going to have Lorelei up and bloody hell, another rare Pokemon in Magmar. Yeah, with Lorelei coming up pretty quickly, we are going to need all the rare candies we can get, because she's going to be a tough trainer for this bird Pokemon. Pretty much all bird Pokemon that runs that I've done have not done well as soon as we get to the league. The exception to that has been Pidgeot, who had Sand Attack at the time, which at the time when I was using it was not a banned move on my channel. Now it is a banned move, so when it gets to the Pidgey run, my god, that is going to be a nightmare to deal with, because I will not be allowed to use Sand Attack. Let's see how we do against Blaine anyway. Blaine is up with his Growlithe, and it's a one-shot with Body Slam. It's a one-shot with the Ponyta. It's a one-shot. Nah, it's not a one-shot on the Rapidash. It's got a bit better defenses. Brings us level 48 against the Arcanine, and from here we're going to go for Drill Pecks. Takedown does big damage, but that recoil mattered. That gave us enough work to work with to make it a two-shot on Drill Peck. So I'm quite happy with that. First time win against him. Let's see how we do against the final gym leader, where we don't have any moves to deal with his rock types. So we're going to have to try and hit hard and hope for some crits. But this should be... It shouldn't be too difficult, but we really don't want to be hit by any powerful moves. Thankfully, with us having that flying type, it means that the Dugtrio is not going to be a problem in this fight. The big problem is going to be the rock types that can stall out the damage. Body Slam is a one-shot on Dugtrio, and the Nidoqueen, it also has Body Slam as well, so we have the potential to be paralysed there. We use the rest of our Body Slam PP up, which isn't the best thing, so we're going to go for Tri Attack, which doesn't do all too much, but I just wanted to show us using it. We're going to go for Drill Pecks, try and chip it down, and then Stomp does big damage. We need to get a big attack in now, and finally we do. 14 HP, we managed to get the 8th badge and bring us onto the Pokemon League. But of course, we have one more fight before the Pokemon League, and again, that is Jake the Hawk. Let's see how we do against him. Oh, yeah, I missed the Pokemon Center. I play this on 3-4 times speed, so sometimes I miss where I'm actually supposed to be going. The Pidgeot is not a problem for us whatsoever, and that brings us into the Rhyhorn. We get it paralysed, but we do lose some HP from Stomp. He stalls us out a bit by using his potion up. Why does he have a potion at this point? And Execute goes down to a Drill Peck. That Execute has not been a problem for us this entire run, but the Alakazam is definitely a problem considering it outspeeds us. Thankfully it went for Recover there. And last up is Blastoise. It lowers its head, and you know what I should have done there? I should have used Fly. If he uses Skull Bash, then you should use Fly, because that means if you're on low HP, then he will miss that attack. We're on 99 HP going into the Growlithe, where Body Slam takes it out with 1. That's when we bring into the Execute. Alakazam is out next, and this time it goes for Reflect. Twice. Meaning we get through to the Blastoise on pretty much very, very good HP, nearly full HP. This time we do use Fly when he uses Skull Bash, and we beat him, progressing ourselves onto the League. Now the League, we're going to have to do some training, because there is absolutely no way that we're going to beat Lorelei with this moveset and this Pokemon at this level. So we're going to need to use our rare candies. We are going to need to level up. Good thing that Victory Road has a lot of trainers that we can get some experience on, especially the Chansey trainer. But yeah, this is going to be difficult, especially against Lorelei. The reason why it's going to be annoying is because we are weak to ice types, and yeah, that's how much one Aurora Beam does, and we're already at level 65. Yeah, we can't even get past the second Pokemon. So let's go level up a little bit more. We're level 69, which is nice, but Aurora Beam is still doing a lot of damage, and we still can't take her down. So we level up even more. Level 77. This was the first time I had a good attempt against her. This purely just down to the fact we got critical hits, we got good moves hitting in, and we get through to the Lapras on full HP, where annoyingly we did get hit by an Ice Beam, but thanks to a retroactive Super Potion, we take the win. Bruno is up next, and the biggest threat on his team is going to be his rock types, which at us being level 77, that's not a problem whatsoever. This is going to be a very easy fight for us. Drill Peck will just one-shot every one of his fighting type Pokemon, but the Onix, they're going to be a bit of an issue. He goes for X defense, which just stalls us out a bit even more, but then locks himself into Rage. Why is this guy an Elite Four member? He is trash. Better in Gen 2, really. Level 78, we progress on to Agatha. Now Agatha is actually going to be a very easy ride for us here because Drill Peck is physical type move and it hits ghost type, so we can just one-shot every single one of our Pokemon because we outspeed, and we can progress on to Lance incredibly quickly. Probably one of the easiest Agatha fights I've had in a while, but let's see how we do against Lance the Dragon Tamer. I said Dragon Tamer, more of a flying type trainer. Drill Peck is a critical hit one-shot, and pretty much Drill Peck is just all we need for this fight. Aerodactyl is going to be a bit more of a problem, so we try go for the Body Slam Paralysis, but just 2 takes it down. At level 79, it's going to be a 2-shot with Drill Peck to take down Dragonite. But there we go, first time win against him, and then we can progress on to the champion. The champion this time has actually got Blizzard on his moveset for the Blastoise, so we need to make sure we're going into that final Pokemon with as much HP as possible. Level 79, we do outspeed absolutely everything, meaning Horn Drill will not hit us. We do take a bit of chip damage from the Rhydon, but pretty much this is a very easy fight at this level. Only big problem in the Pokemon League in its entirety was Lorelei. We finish on level 80, which is so high level, but this just seems to be a problem with bird type Pokemon in this generation. This is the only type that seems to be this high level to be able to complete the game, apart from ground type. Level 4 hours 55 minutes is pretty bang average really for this channel, but it is a first stage evolution flying type Pokemon, so not too surprised by that. It's a fun run nonetheless though. Let's see what we get next week. First up is going to be Poliwhirl. We did the Poliwrath run recently, so I'm not really too inclined to do that one yet. Next up is Marowak. I do like the Cubone line. That's a strong contender. Last up is going to be Tangela. You know what? I've actually been waiting for Tangela to come up because I actually like it. I actually like Tangela. If you got to this point in the video, thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if not, just drop a like, you legends. We will see you next week for the Tangela only run because it's going to be difficult. Take care.